Hey, how you doing? Duff here. Whoa, I just turned off the light. Gotta be careful what you touch on that sensitive touchscreen, right? This is the InMotion V12S. I was sent this wheel for review by InMotion, and this wheel is unique in a lot of ways. Let's talk about it. All right, this is InMotion's second UL certified wheel. And it's the second UL certified wheel in existence, the first being the InMotion V9. Meaning above all, the V12S is a safe wheel. Has high water resistance, both with the battery pack and the body of the EUC. Has very safe electrical component. Yeah, a UL certification is a very stringent certification, and there are a lot of safety features that are built into the V12S. So I guess we can talk about a few of them. The tire, the 16x3 tire, which is tubeless. A tubeless tire is inherently safer than a tube design because you take the possibility of a ripped tube causing a failure and a potential incident, which I am familiar with because I've had that happen to myself. The lights on the V12S are right here. A set of 3 lights with varying brightness, as well as the projector, which I don't know, can I get that on my hand or not? Well, you can't see it. I'll show a clip of it, of what the projector looks like. It has the InMotion logo projected in front of you at all times when riding. It would be cool in the future if they had the ability to change what that shows, but the projector is really a neat feature. The wheel has a number of convenience features as well. It has a trolley handle similar to other InMotion wheels, similar to what's on the V9. A little sturdier, I would say. One-handed operation, very functional, locks into place at the top and the bottom. Has a very visible rear tail light, easy to see, simple but easy to see, and a functional, strong, and wide kickstand for convenience sake, which is very handy when you have the kill switch, motor kill switch, built into the handle. I said when I talked about the V9 that is a great implementation of a kill switch. InMotion has done that for a long time. Other manufacturers, for whatever reason, generally have not. So that's a very convenient feature. Another killer feature on this wheel, in my opinion, is this display. I've always been a fan of the full color display that was originally on the V12. It was also on the V13, and then they got away from it for the last 2 models, but they brought it back on the V12S. And not only did they bring it back, but they made it way bigger, between 2 and 3 times bigger. Very visible, very forward-facing, very feature-rich. You can get all kinds of information, real-time information about your ride, but then you can also do a number of things that you would do in the app. You can see all of these categories. You can do almost everything you need to do on the wheel right from the display panel on board. So that is a great feature, in my opinion. There's no other display on the market that's anywhere close to this, in my opinion. This is a really great display. Oh, remember, I couldn't show the InMotion logo. It's right there on the wall, actually, right now, because of the way that the wheel is currently pointed. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the specs of this wheel. This wheel is an 84-volt platform. 84-volt wheels used to be looked upon as low power, low performance. I remember with a lot of 84-volt wheels, the top speed was 50 kilometers an hour. That is no longer the case. With the InMotion V12S, this 84-volt platform gives you a top speed of 70 kilometers an hour, or 43 miles an hour and change, which is impressive. It's teamed with a 1440 watt-hour battery pack, intelligent BMS. The motor on this wheel, it's a 2500 watt motor with a maximum peak output of 6,000 watts. So it's a very powerful motor, and I can tell you from my ride experiences, it's very smooth in its power delivery and quiet, extremely quiet on the road. Some other important features with this wheel: the pedals, they are improved high strength spiked pedals. These are real spiked pedals. I can tell you that they really attach my footwear firmly to the wheel in my test rides that I've done so far. They are nice. They are really nice. And when you team those up with the Fast Ace hydraulic suspension that's in this wheel, out of the box, the suspension on this wheel is probably as good as any that I have ever ridden. And that's saying a lot because I've ridden a lot of suspension wheels. Has your adjustments for compression and rebound, But to be quite honest with you, I haven't had to even touch those yet because it felt good to me as is. I might tweak it in the future, but have not had to do that yet. I talked about the batteries, the battery pack. Range-wise, I have not done an official range test on this. I would say based on other things that I've seen and the ride that I did yesterday, I did a 20-mile ride. And after that 20 miles, I had 55 or 56% battery remaining on the pack. So I would say anywhere between 30 to, I don't know, low 40 miles of range on this wheel based on the riding conditions, based on the terrain, based on the rider weight, based on lots of things. And during that ride, I was doing, I would say, low 20s for the majority of the ride and topped out just under 30. So decent range, decent range. But the great thing about this wheel is it comes with a extremely powerful charger. This is a 9.6 amp charger that it can charge the wheel from empty in 4 hours. And in addition, you have two charging ports. So if you had a fast charger with two connections, this could actually charge at just under 20 amps. Or if you had two standalone chargers, you could charge this wheel at 20 amps, cutting the 0 to full charge numbers in half, 2 hours. So that is amazing. This also has, just like the V9, it has a USB-C and a USB-A port to charge your other peripherals, phones, anything like that. So that is a great feature that a lot of wheels do not have nowadays. The vast majority do not. This wheel also has the InMotion Ride Connect feature, which allows you to track your wheel at all times. In the unfortunate situation where your wheel was stolen, you would actually be able to track this if you set up the Ride Connect feature. It has a dedicated cellular modem inside. You can actually see on the control panel, you can actually see the signal strength of your cellular modem. Right there is your 4G signal bar. And you can see I have 2 out of 4 bars currently. If you're in an area where theft is a problem, this is some nice peace of mind included with the V12S. Okay, let's talk about the style of the V12S. The shape itself, it's unique, right? It's a good-looking wheel, really from all angles. To me, is a good-looking wheel, and I actually prefer, once I put the pads on, I liked being able to have this area kind of blacked out, so the goldish, I don't know, what color would you call this? I guess it's kind of a type of gold. That this comes off as more of an accent color as opposed to a dominant color down the whole side. I think it looks better in this configuration. These are the stock InMotion pads, quality pads, and they actually include Velcro that's cut to fit, so it fits the wheel as you would hope. In the front you have the, and this took me a little second to figure out, the InMotion logo that's always lit up, and this is actually the power button right here, which threw me for a loop at first. I never saw that arrangement before. And in addition, you have the high resolution RGB light that you can configure a bunch of different ways, a bunch of different colors, a bunch of different behaviors, and I set it to be orange to match everything else that's orange on this wheel. So that's configurable as well. If you guys are if you're into playing Bluetooth music on your wheel, the V12S has you covered. It has built-in Bluetooth speakers back here, and they sound pretty darn good. Let's see if I can play this for a brief period of time. So anyways, yeah, they do sound slightly better to me than what's on the V9, as I would expect. So you're saying to yourself, okay, well, you've told me about all the cool features, the spec, the potential range, the good suspension, and that it's a safe wheel. But the one thing that is the most important to me with any wheel is, what is the actual ride experience like? This wheel has physics that are different than any wheel that I've ridden before. It's a 16-inch wheel, but it has a very high body to it. So it took me a little bit of adjustment to get used to it. But once you get used to the physics of the wheel, it's very, very comfortable to ride. The suspension makes most obstacles that you would run into on the road a non-issue. It eats them up. It's quiet. The suspension is really, really quiet as well. Probably the quietest of any suspension wheel that I've ridden, to be honest with you. Power delivery. I've only had this up into the low 30s so far. Like I said, it has a top speed of 43. I don't typically cruise more than 40 miles an hour, so it has enough ceiling to make me feel safe cruising, in the 30s without a big hassle. And like I said, the potential range of anywhere between 30 and, I don't know, say 45 miles is enough for me. As long as you're not a really, really long distance cruiser, this will fit your needs as far as range goes. All right, so let's see. As far as anything that I would improve upon, and I've seen this I mentioned elsewhere, these body panels here, these are just like thin metal body panels that have rugged, I think it's like ABS plastic underneath. But these are here mostly for show. They're on the thin side. People have noticed when you trying to detach pads that you'll get some flex in the middle. When I've been adjusting these pads, what I've been doing is I've been removing them from the inside as opposed to the outside, and it's avoided any kind of excessive bending on the metal. I think InMotion's official advice is to use pad scrapers to remove pads, which again, would perform a similar function. So that's one thing that's a little iffy. Like I mentioned, getting the wheel to me was not a wheel that I just hopped on and I was immediately comfortable with it. I needed to get some miles on me until my body adjusted to the different physics. Like I said, it's a tall wheel. Has tall pedals, even though it's a 16-inch wheel. The pedals are high off the ground, so that is going to feel a little different at first, but it's something within that 20-mile ride, I went from feeling to comfortable. So expect an adjustment period when you're riding the wheel. One thing I neglected to mention is the weight of this wheel. This weight is approximately 35.5 kilograms, which is about 78 pounds. So it is not a super light wheel, like the V9. One of its big advantages is it's a very light wheel. This is 78 pounds. This is still light in comparison to a lot of modern day wheels. But it also, in a way, it's good to have that weight. Helps with the ride feel when you are going at higher speeds as well. You feel more planted because of that additional weight. So like I said, 78 pounds. You can still lift it with one hand, but you're going to be working a little bit harder. All right, so those are my thoughts on the InMotion V12S. This is not the end of what you're going to see. This is actually probably the beginning of the content you will see from me with the V12S. I still have to take it to the swamp. I still need to do an official range test. I still need to do a bunch of things with this wheel, and I will be doing them all. But I did get about 50 miles on the wheel prior to doing this review because I wanted to have a sense of what the wheel is all about. And it's good. It's more of a good thing. It's like the V9 after it was put on a workout routine, sort of. Has the same really appealing safety features, a lot of tech. Like the box says, it is the wheel where style meets comfort, without a doubt. Tons of features, good specs, a really nice suspension with 90 millimeters of travel. That's a lot of travel. That's more travel than my veteran Patton, actually. So the suspension, in addition to being plush, hydraulic, it also has a nice travel distance of 90 millimeters. Really, really good. So if you're interested in a V12S or V9, there's a link down below that you can use. It's an affiliate code for me. I get a small spiff. There also is a promo code on there, DUF, capital D-U-F, that will give you $50 off your price of a V9 or a V12S. So take advantage of that if you like to or not. It's totally up to you. But of course I would appreciate it. But yeah, that's all I have for now on the V12S. Look for more in the future. And I think that InMotion has another potential winner on their hands. I really do. That's all I have for now. Until next time, Duffman out.